Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lost Judgment. Hey, we're still doing school stuff. There's a reason why I named this stream How Do You Do, Fellow Kids? You know, the Steve Buscemi thing, where he comes into a school holding onto a skateboard. Yeah. So, what I was just talking about before stream, my hope is I can get to a point at relatively soon that I get that condition of main story and school story progression. Right now, boxing and mystery are the same. Get those to be where they're locked, or that's why they're locked. The dance club needing the appeal of level 3, like I'm not far away from it, but it's there. And then robotics and skating are both available to me right now. So fucking sacred rot. That's what we're gonna keep doing. All right, today's topic concerns our development direction for the first round of the tournament.
Why?
Do we know who we're up against first? Here's the tournament bracket. Our opponent in the first round is the Mega College Robotics Club. For today, I'd like us to have a discussion about our countermeasures against the Mega College. Strategy meeting. Fine, guess I'm using my whole brain for this. Now, they seem to thrive in close quarters tactical formations. If that's the case, we must prioritize offensive weaponry and formation breaking tactics. Therefore, I'd like us to focus on weapons development. To get us started, I prepared a parts lineup that I'd like to serve as the foundation of development. I've also prepared the schedule and milestones as well. Be sure to check when you need to deliver your work. I didn't even get a chance to speak. Hey, Okitagawa. What is it? Did you say you wanted to have a discussion? You know, with everyone? Correct. But you had everything all decided already. What even was there to discuss? I apologize that you misunderstood my words. I wanted a discussion with everyone, but I only wanted to say words. You don't get to say words. So the whole point of this was just you telling us what to do. The optimal solution presented itself. I'm getting really goddamn tired of this. You like to voice your opinion. I'm listening. Why are you patronizing me? That wasn't my intent. Mom and Dad are fighting. So this is Okitagawa's infamous top-down approach, huh? Maybe I should try to ease up the tension. Fucking take a side. Don't be sitting on a fence. Hey, why not have an idea meeting? Okitagawa, how about we have an idea meeting with everyone to go over the weapon development lineup? An idea meeting? What the fuck is that? How am I going to tell people what to do? Yeah, by hearing all sorts of opinions and points of view, might spark an idea you would never have thought of by yourself. What they call a brainstorming session. I fear that may become more of a brain scattered session. Yeah, you as the fucking project manager need to keep that shit in check. Besides, I reviewed the lineup countless times. Well, never know till you try it. Why not give it a shot? Very well. You insist, Yagami-san. Great. Listen, there are all kinds of rules for brainstorming. Though the most important one is there's no stupid ideas except for that one. Never deny others' opinions. Instead, dive in and try to expand on them. Got that? Denying bad. Yes, I understand. Okay, anyone want to share a thought? Oh yeah, actually, I was just thinking, except for you, you're a fucking idiot. Wouldn't projectiles be badass? Yeah, like I said, you're an idiot. That way we could wreck the enemy from a distance while lining up for a block, right? Yeah. Rejected. Bro immediately forgot the rule. Huh? Excuse me? With the radio controls as they are, achieving delicate handling will be difficult. Even if you aimed, the line of sight would shift and the bullet would miss its target. Actually, we had Misasaki, the previous operator, try ranged weapons, but it was highly impractical. Damn it. You know, Okitagawa, shooting down someone's opinion during a brainstorming session is against the rules. It's literally one rule. Right. This is quite hard. Like I said, it's the... How am I going to tell people what to do if I let them have input? What should we do? Guess the counselor should try to steer this meeting and get them inspired. I'm going to expand Takamori's ranged weapon idea. That's the ones who haven't said anything yet. I forget everyone's name. We're gonna go around in the circle. Nah. Takamori, what are your thoughts? Doesn't even matter. Whatever I say, Okitagawa will just reject it outright. You have a sufficient argument, then by all means. Like, there is reasoning for... Like, I'm open to changing my idea in certain things, but you have to give me, like, a valid argument, too. So, like... Here's why. So I've had ideas at work, and I've done the same thing when I've given input on other people's ideas. Is if I don't think it's a good idea for whatever reason, and I expect this back to me as well. I hope that you have an alternate option. Like, so I've had times where I'm like, I've said this straight up in like brainstorming sessions. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. However, I don't have a better idea. Like, I can foresee this, and this being an issue. So like, we could go this way. Make sure that you've thought about these situations, type of thing. Or the best way, in my opinion, is, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. What about this? And then, again, it's the whole brainstorming session. It's maybe take their idea or take parts of their idea and put it into your perspective and stuff like that. Like, the whole thing is like, don't just shut something down. If you're going to shut something down, either present an alternative option or like why those options are being shut down. Like, let's say for me, I'm being a web developer. We have a specific sized image that we're putting on the site, right? And someone's like, oh, well, we have to support all the different sizes of images for, you know, browser, on your computer, tablet, and cell phone. So we need to have 3 different images. It's like, yes, I, as the profession that I have, I don't want to go into like specifics, but we're gonna make the client then have to create 3 images, put 3 images onto the page, and all that. And it's like, that doesn't make for a good content editing experience. Do I have a better idea? Not necessarily. Or we could have it be a little bit more responsive, but you know, that type of stuff. So, but if they can counter my argument of like, actually, here's what I could say. This actually was an argument that I had before. With a senior dev at the time. So actually, truth be told, I don't remember exactly what the what the syntax is. I'm gonna leave the music all playing. Let's see if I can do window capture. Just want Notepad. Oh, that's absolutely on the wrong screen. Great. Gameplay. Okay, we'll just do that. So, being a web developer, there's like a handful of things that you need. You need HTML. And we're going into like actual coding. Give me a second. So all of this is like generally, wow, it doesn't actually let me tab in like that. Oh, maybe Notepad was not the best idea. Oh, that's what I wanted. This is how like you make a general website. Like if I wanted to do hold on. It's hard when you like don't have autocomplete. In theory, this would pull up on a web page now. Like this would be correct. Well, there is a quote unquote correct way now. Where it's I'm trying to remember the exact terminology. The actual writing HTML is not what I do that much anymore. I think it's like section. And within each section, you can do paragraph tags. Or something like that. And what happens here is this section is meant to be... Oh, that was wild. Why? Please, I'm trying to teach. So these sections, the reason why these sections exist is meant to be a way of like the website being able to group similar content, right? So you'd have, like in this case, we have a paragraph that says hello world. Then we have something that's like, this is a tutorial. And then you can add another section of like, second lesson. So by doing that, you can see that there's like an actual separation of like, here's the first section here is like your basic thing. Second section here, you could have like a little more information. And again, that's what the way for the browser to be able to parse out like this block is similar, this block is similar, as opposed to just like having all the content on the page. Well, for me, I have to try and put that into a way for someone who isn't as technologically versed to have them be able to do something like this. And the way that I thought of it is why? Like, and the argument was like, well, it's syntactically correct. I'm like, yeah, but it has nothing to do with what the client wants. they're not gonna care about these section tags. And in fact, I have no doubt that what's gonna happen is all the content is just gonna be put into one section, because that's all the client wants. All the client wants is, I want to put an image on a page. I want to see said image on a page. I don't want to like have to build this whole thing out. So that was an argument that I legitimately had with a senior dev several years ago. But that's the whole thing of my perspective, or his perspective, and it's not wrong. His perspective is it needs to be syntactically correct. And by doing this, it is. However, my perspective was approaching it more from what the client would want to be able to control, and how many more steps it's going to be in order to, like, if I started from a blank page and I needed to have a client be able to do this, I would have to let them, we'd have like a blank page. Within the blank page, we would need to add a section. Within that section, we would need like a title, which would be the hello world, for example. We would need a description, which would be that tutorial. I would need to then also add another section. Then this would be like a description. And like, so all of this would have to be what the client has to do. They'd be able to create a blank page, insert a section, and do all that. Well, like I said, being part of this career that I've been doing I've been doing dev work for 13 years, at least. And then doing my specific job for like 11 or 12. I kind of know what our clients want in terms of control. I know I've been going on a way long rant for this. Clients don't want to put this. If they can't see a thing on the page, or there's no like structural reason visually, they don't want to have to control it. Because for them, it's like, what is the point? So ideally, what'll end up happening, actually not ideally, what I could foresee happening in a situation like this that we're going over, they're not going to add the second section. They might add the one because they have to, and then all the content's just going to be in here. So that was my argument to the senior, and he's like, no, just do it. And I was like, cool. That's the other thing, is like, you're just gonna bull forward even after I've given, like, if you could tell me why my point is invalid, apart from like it's syntactically correct, because that I don't give a shit about. How many people do this? If you can give me an argument of like, oh, or say like, hey, we pitched both these ideas to the client, they decided to go with this, then I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, as long as they know that it's going to be more for them to do, that's fine. Because again, if the client says that they want that. And in fact, if I remember correctly, when we did a demo for this, the client ended up saying like, why do we have this step here? And I was like, yeah, senior dev, why do we have this step? So, sorry, that was a massive tangent, but it did remind me of like what's going on here. Also, hey, there's your quick lesson in HTML. It's like basically the thing that I learned in high school. It's not hard. It's a matter of like knowing what the tags are and how to use them. So basic as HTML is literally 4 tags, essentially. It's HTML, head, title, body. And the head section is like not really visible on the page. That's where you would like import a bunch of things. Title is what usually shows up in the title bar. And then body is your main page. So again, there's your lesson of HTML. But anyway, so again, like I said, the whole point of why we got to this point is if you have a sufficient argument, then by all means. It's like, okay, that I can appreciate to an extent, is like, but what is sufficient? Is it sufficient to your standard? Which may or may not be the same thing. It may be the situation that I had where it's like, no, it's like, it's not correct unless it's this. It's like, okay, like figure it out on how the client wants it. Or if for me, it's like a lot of times where it's like, hey, this will work better this way. It might be more complicated for you as the developer to do it, but in the long run, it's going to be better. And it's like, okay, I may just not have that vision. Then I'll be like, okay, like, sure, we'll go this way then. So I will, even as a senior dev, I still accept the like, hey, maybe I didn't think of it. And that's, I think, part of how you grow as a dev is your way of doing it may not be right. It might work, but it may not be right. So. Okitagawa, denying people's opinions during a brainstorm is forbidden. Watch it. Understood. Anyway, aside from that, I don't really have any other opinion. I'll get any more out of Takamori. Itakura. What are your thoughts on Takamori's ranged weapon idea? Well, like Okitagawa said, I think it might be hard to hit the target. Like, a valid argument here. Like, it's gonna be hard, like, and especially because if you have a ranged weapon in real life, you also have ammo. So like, once you run out of ammo, what can you do? In that case, why don't we adjust it so it still hits with a broad range? What do you mean by that? We're having a hard time hitting a single shot. We should make it a rapid fire, like a machine gun or a shotgun. They can rain hard enough and they're bound to get wet, you know? Oh, I get it. Impressive thinking, Itakura-senpai. And how about a shotgun? Yo, thinking with that big brain. It should hit with a broader range since the shot will be spread out. Yeah, good call. That could work too. Nah. That's what they put on the table. What do you think, Okitagawa? Never considered that point of view. This might work out quite well. Let's add ranged weapon development to our lineup. This is going surprisingly well. Hey, Sakura. Sakura-kun, do you have any thoughts on Takamori's ranged weapon plan? Me? I've been racking my brain, but nothing comes to mind. I see. Now that I think about it, he was clutching his head earlier. What's important is that everyone voices their opinions. Okay then. I mean, that's the other thing too, is like, you may not have any input. That's also a possibility. Kurumazaki-kun hasn't said anything ever since the meeting started. I'd like to hear his thoughts too. Kurumazaki-kun, what's your opinion on the weapons lineup? Oh, you want my opinion? Well, I really want us to have cool weapons. What the heck do you mean by cool weapons? Well, thinking if we attached some blue lights and made it transform while it lit up, that would be great. I understand how you feel, but we simply don't have the funds for that. Like, that's actually a reasonable response, right? It's like, hey, and like the other thing is like, I understand how you feel. That would be cool. Like, fucking validate is a fucking opinion, okay? Shut up. give a valid reason why you can't. And funds are a valid response. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
No, don't apologize for speaking your mind while we're brainstorming. It's important to be able to voice your opinions without being afraid of screwing up. Some of your ideas may even be totally out there, and that's fine too. Try to not reject ideas right out the gate, but instead go with it and try to expand on it. Again, not wrong, but budget. I see. It does make sense. So cool weapons, huh? Let's bookmark Kurumazaki-kun's idea for now while we think. Yeah, like, especially for creative people, like I've had moments like that too, where I'm just like, oh, we could do something like this, and it's like, well, budget though. It's like, right. Well, okay. That was a workout for my brain. I'm beat. Yeah, but it was fun. We got some solid ideas on the weapons lineup, I'd say. Indeed. Let's finish off the lineup with ranged weapons like machine guns and shotguns. Should have been listening to me from the start, man. I'm all pretty amped up. Awesome. Level 4 teamwork. Better. See? It's annoying, isn't it? What's up? Oh. Hello. If these guys know they're standing in front of the MRC. If you win money at the next tournament, you better bring it here. Cheaters never prosper. I haven't cheated at all. Still better bring the money. Oh, come on, a shakedown? Where's Mr. Shakedown when you need him? Guess I better put a stop to that.
What?
How about you back off?
Nah.
You okay? Thank you. Are you the teacher for the MRC?
Hmm?
Not a teacher, but yeah, outside counselor. Yakubi, did you need something? Yes. I'm, my name's Machio Toki. There was something I wanted to talk to the MRC about, so I was waiting here. But there was no response even after I knocked. I see. Guess there's nobody inside. Well, come on in. Okay, thank you. Here's the president. Amasawa is around. I forbid it, at least until the end of term exams are finished. Okay, I get it. Hello. Yagami-san? I didn't know you were here. Kento's teacher was lecturing him about his grades earlier. We have a guest? This is Toki-kun. He's got something he wants to, or wanted to discuss with the MRC. Okay, Toki-kun. You have the floor. I'm in the eSports club. Fuck it, eSports. I wanted to lay some suspicions to rest. The suspicion is we're somehow cheating with the help of the professor. Did you say the professor? I think I'm gonna need to pry further. Where does that come from? Esports. Esports are where you play video games competitively, right? Yeah, we play at tournaments, and usually the games are like fighting, shooting, and that sort of thing. It's hard for me to imagine what a day at that club looks like. What do you guys normally do? Yeah, everyone's fucking sweaty. Oh well, we play video games. Should have expected that. Saw a report. He wants a lighter schedule and Triple H offered it to him. Has anyone else, like, who's the report from? Is it reputable or is it another one of like the gossip ones? Because here's the thing, a lot of the reports that I've seen are a lot of gossip. Not gossip? Okay. But it's not just playing. We study the moves and combos of the strongest players, and we train our mental strength in eSport tournaments. Because I haven't heard anything about that. Like, rest of Discord has not said anything about it. If you don't have an iron focus, you've already lost. No. Simply put, just no. If you don't have an iron focus, you've already lost. It takes work to get to that level. Like, for practice, we go to temples for Zen meditation and also sit underwater. Oh, now that I'd like to see. It's a president's own practice regimen. I don't know if other schools, esports clubs do the same thing or not. They don't. I was gonna ask this earlier, but does it feel a little off to call these esports a sport at all? Bro, come on. Get with the times, Amasawa. Does it feel a little off to call these esports a sport at all? They're just video games. It's not like you're moving your body. So how's it a sport? Moving your fingers isn't moving your body. I mean, I move my fingers to read a book too. Back it up, sis. Video games can absolutely be a sport. Kento-kun? I'm sick of hearing it. There's all this bias about games being bad, that they make you stupid, said from a video game. And guess what? Now you have to hear my rant. This is pretty fired up. Might as well hear what he has to say. Yes, I want to hear it. The games used at esports have a very high competition factor, and to win, you need to put an absurd amount of effort and practice. On top of that, at tournaments, everyone's nerves are running high like you wouldn't believe. You need a cool head to keep your focus when something unexpected happens. In other words, esports is a battle of the mind. It's no exaggeration to say it requires an athlete's abilities. Where did this even come from? Kento-kun's right. Right now, esports is recognized as its own subculture, and there are more professional players every year. Good point, Toki. So yeah, the age of games being bad or just for children is over. Well, I think there's still a lot of arguments about. Now, whether or not I agree with them is a whole different story. But there's a lot of people who talk about, like, video games still being bad or, like, causing shootings and stuff like that. Causing, like, hyper-violence. Or, like, hey, why are you playing video games? Isn't video games for children? Like, those arguments are still there. And it's stupid. Like, bro. Do you two know each other or something? Kento-kun and I are mutuals. Online friends, I mean. Have we even talked IRL before? We're not in the same year at school.
Amasawa.
Well, now that we've listened to Kento-kun's rant, you have a counter argument, Amasawa?
Kento.
First of all, Kento, never once said that games are harmful or that they need to be banned. Yeah, maybe you didn't. People do. I read it in the paper. I guess, now that I think about it, who reads the paper anymore? I've read it. I've read it in articles. I'm pointing out that you need to stop changing the topic. Listen, what I really want to say is, exams are almost here. Okay, now you're the one changing the topic. And you don't study at all. You just keep playing games, and you keep failing. So you're bringing up the conversation from when you walked in, not the conversation that is applicable right now. That is why I'm saying you can't play video games until exams are over. Do you understand? But aren't you chasing after mysteries instead of studying for your exams? Me, I can still handle my studies along with my extracurriculars. My grade ranking is still in the upper percentile. Anyway, until the tests are over, you're not allowed to play video games. And if you fail, I'm banning games for a month. How? Okay. First of all, what authority do you have? Ugh. Looks like your plan to unban games and defend esports backfired mightily, Kento-kun. Damn it. I don't get to play, I get all antsy though. So you guys know what cheats are, right? That's when you cheat in the game by using mod programs. Yeah, fucking aimbotting. You could make it easy to win by making characters move in ways they're not supposed to or immune to enemy attacks. Anyway, we're suspected of using some sort of cheat during our last practice match. Why's that? The opponents at our practice match were a famous team. They had some professionals who are already known in the world, in fact. But their ace player got beaten by our president. He looks like somebody who would cheat. Here's our fearless leader, Genya Sanbanmatsu. He's suspected of cheating just for getting a win because of the way he won. A no damage perfect victory in a matter of seconds. That doesn't sound normal against a professional. Yeah, there are red flags there. But to assume he cheated is terrible. You don't even have any evidence. Like, okay. With esports, like that would probably trigger an investigation at the very least. That reminds me, Toki-kun, what's with all the rumors about getting help from the professor? We don't know why people think that. The newspaper club is just making things up. Newspaper club, huh? Guess I need to talk to them. So what did you want to discuss with the MRC? I want you to investigate our club and clear us of the suspicions. We're innocent. Okay then. Does your president, Sanbanmatsu-kun, know I'm going to be doing this? I haven't told him. He'd be opposed to it. Well, then he won't be on guard. So perhaps that'll make the investigation easier. Kami-san, why didn't you just go undercover like you always do and act like an advisor? Bro, I'm just like an advisor to all the clubs. Good idea. Let's go with that. Cool. So the club room's on the 4th floor of the East building. Okay, the eSports club. Time to hear their gaming grounds. eSports. Oops. I want the elevator that's right over here. Oh. Okay, you know what? I could see that working. All single screen. Okay. President Sanbanmatsu, care to comment on the truth of the cheating allegations? I've absolutely not cheated. I swear it on my heart and soul. What about the suspicions of you being in contract with the professor? Otani, look into my eyes. Do I look like a guy that would cheat? Do you want me to answer honestly? So dramatic. This is going nowhere. Let's wrap up for today. Or let's wrap for today. Oh, you're from the MRC. Am I? Oh, fighting sticks. Oh, Yagami-san, thanks for coming.
Nah.
Toki-kun, those guys from the newspaper club? Sounded like they were bothering you all. Yeah, they're determined to write a hit piece about the cheating allegations from the other day. So, you're the counselor Toki was talking about.
Yagami.
Yagami. I'm normally the advisor for the MRC. Nice to meet you.
Yagami-san!
Do you know Virtua Fighter? I do, actually. I'm not good at it, but I know it.
Oh.
Yeah, who doesn't? That one was real popular. It's the one where he goes, "You're 10 years too early" when he wins. I mean, even kids would know that. I'm asking if you know Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. Who's your main? 5 Final. It already has that many sequels? Yes. Wow, the ignorance. Hey. Can you back off? Okay, so Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, or VF5:FS for short, is the game we're playing at the next tournament. If you're going to be our advisor, knowing the basics is a must. Right. Got it. Yagami-san, I can give you a tutorial. Just talk to me whenever is best for you. Yo, I'm playing a game, and I'm going to be playing in an eSports tournament type of thing inside of a game. Okay, Yagami-san, I'll teach you the basics of this game. I'm bad at fighting games. Circle and triangle are high attacks. Square is guard. There's nothing with X, it looks like. Oh, okay. X is the same as triangle. Okay. L1 is L1, L2. Sure. Literally booting up another game. Final Showdown. Virtua Fighter 5. Cool. Cool. Guess who doesn't play this game? You know what? Akira's like the main dude, right? Sure. I'm a basic ass bitch.
Ready, go! Knockout.
Perfect.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Ow.
Knockout.
I told you. Like, the fact that Yakuza is like a beat 'em up game, I still very much button mash. There's times where I don't as much. But really it's like a bunch of squares and then like a triangle. Yeah, how are you with just typical controls? Well, I feel like I can learn as I go. Yeah, I'm willing to practice with you anytime. Just let me know when. Roger that. All right, I need to look into the cheating allegations, but how do I go about that? I'm actually really nervous about how this was going to play out. Because I am bad at fighting games. You were in the club room earlier. You're from the newspaper club. I am Toshiaki Otani. And yes, I'm with the newspaper club. I want to talk about the suspicions surrounding the eSports guys. Perfect. I was curious about that too, actually. Why don't we talk somewhere, you know, besides here? Understood. I'll wait for you at the cafeteria. Cafeteria's in this building. Stairs are here. Ow. Shit. I was right in this building. I was wrong about where I was at.
Nah.
So, Tani-kun, you guys at the newspaper think the professor's involved with the eSports club? Heck yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Fucking watch your language. When it comes to that story, I definitely think there's been some technical assistance for the professor. Didn't you approach the eSports club to investigate the professor too? Maybe. Yagami-san, we could help each other here. We tell each other what we know about the scandal. Quid pro quo. Fair enough. You first. Sounds like he's gonna share something good. Gonna make sure I don't derail it with anything I say. But wait, before you share, at this present moment, I don't think I have anything you don't already know. You can skip your turn for now, as long as you promise to share with me anything you learn in the future. Just to be clear, this is off the record, right? I'm not interested in publicly humiliating a student just because you take what I say and print it in the newspaper. Oh no. If it would badly affect a student's future, we'll refrain from reporting it. Do actually have a conviction of a real journalist, you know. All I want is the truth. I think real journalists are going to disappoint you, kid. So, the catalyst for this was Samamatsu-kun beating the crap out of some famous esports player in a tournament. Yes. World champion, in fact. He didn't give any opportunity to counterattack. It was over in seconds. I don't know much about gaming. Is that something that shouldn't usually happen? Well, at the very least, I've never seen it. Definitely doesn't happen often. What's especially weird is Samamatsu is an amateur with no record to speak of, and his opponent was an undefeated pro esports player. So it's like an Olympic gold medalist getting crushed by a turtle who was tranquilized. And that's why you think he cheated with the professor's help? Yeah. Also, I should explain more about that. At tournaments, they have pretty hardcore countermeasures against cheating. Obviously, without those, the sport would collapse. Like, even in a practice match the other day, they were using what's called cheat detection software. Wow, never knew that existed. So nothing illegal was detected in that match? Apparently not. But regardless, something did happen that only a cheat would explain, or could explain. I think Samamatsu and his crew somehow evaded the software's powers of detection. Is it even possible? Now without the rudimentary skills of a high school student. But the professor? Yeah, he could get it done. That's why I think he's involved. Uh-huh. But of course, it's still a mystery how he could have installed the cheat tool on the machine. There are monitors to make sure that that can't happen, even for practice matches. There would have been no chance to install it via a storage device like a disc or USB stick. I mean, network. Well, maybe there was truthfully no cheating. Oh no, I saw the match with my own eyes. It was not won in an honest way. If you say so. I think that's about everything I wanted to ask. The question now is, how do I proceed with the investigation? Best way would be for you to get really good at Virtua Fighter than play against Samamatsu. He hates losing. If he thinks... Hey, we might be hitting a wall here. If he thinks he's about to lose to an amateur like you, Yagami-san, he'll get desperate. And so when Samamatsu's character starts acting weird, that's when you secure the machine he's using. Okay, the only thing is, I'm a noob, right? That's the term? I'd have a pretty tough time beating Samamatsu-kun. He's got predictable habits in the way he fights. He relies too much on certain winning strats. Basically, I'm saying his gameplay is simple and shallow. If you can see through it, you can beat him easily. Seem quite the expert in Virtua Fighter.
Oh.
Ah. It's just something from a long time ago. I'll see you around. No. First, I need to practice so I can beat Samba Matsu. Do I have to? Actually, the better question is, how bad is it? Is there an elevator? There's not. Dude, Arachnid Man's like getting away with murder right now. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, hello. You're just an old dinosaur who can't accept you've been left behind. When they dig up your fossil, don't come crying to me.
Nah.
Toki-kun? Who's that? That was Sasimoto-san, the PTA chairwoman. She came to observe things to see if our club is of benefit to the school community.
Yagami-san!
Yagami-san, she's another ancient husk who's never even picked up a controller. She thinks games are just toys. See, I told you, people still think that. A game where a player is immersed into a virtual world is the highest form of art. Why can't they understand that?
Oh.
Stuff really gets to him, doesn't it? The PTA chairwoman hates games. Can't stand them. There's rumors that she's going to try to ban games at school with new regulations.
Eh?
Seriously? Wouldn't that mean the end of the eSports club? Comes out that they cheated. It would be just what the PTA chairwoman wants. Everyone, we will not bow down to the demon lords. We must be unyielding. We'll tackle this with relentless spirit. I thought he was going to actually do a lot more like video game puns there. We're going to do so great at the tournament, and then the world will know how important games are. Well, I appreciate the moxie. Yeah, Yagami-san, if you want to get some Virtua Fighter practice in, just let me know. Time to button mash. Oh, you want to go around to Virtua Fighter? Yeah, about that. This is like Ace Attorney music. Like when we were in court. Want to play against Samba Matsukun. Me? You're the best in this club, right? You're 10 years too early.
Eh?
Oh no, he turned it around on me. You're like a child who just started running track, asking to race an Olympian. I hope you realize that.
Oh.
You're really that good? Yeah, but tell you what, if you could defeat me, defeat 3 of the strongest members in this club, then you and I will play. Fujiwara, Uozumi, and Yoshiba, and myself, of course, were the fucking... Every fucking game has like something where you have to beat 4 people. It's like the Elite Four. We're the 4 kings of Seiryu. Okay, I'll take on all of you in order. Sure. Well, I spammed X. Oops.
I'm no pushover, sweetie.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout.
God, those palm strikes.
Ready, go! Excellent!
Perfect. Sorry, hold on. Hold on. I have the sound effect for it.
Perfect.
I know it's from Quake, but whatever. Nice. I win. You're good. Yeah, give me a sec. Bro, I button mash. Yoshiba, what's wrong? Why are you sighing like that? My teacher laid into me pretty hard. Said my practice exam scores were terrible because all I do is play games. Well, the tournament is soon, and we're practicing a lot of the time, so there's not much to be done about the academics falling by the wayside. I haven't been able to keep with my English classes lately either. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Naive. You're being so naive, you guys. You can't become a pro without sacrificing something. Me, when I'm not sleeping, all I think about is games. Forget about your studies. In fact, I forbid studying for all eSports club members. What? Hey, Sampamatsu, you definitely can't do that. It'll cause everyone to be held back. Real gamer isn't afraid of being held back.
Nah.
Well, I admire the determination. Studying is important. You gotta be able to do both. Let's go. My guts is super low because I haven't done any boxing, I think. Beat up the guys. What does that mean? Wow, jeez. Esports Club is already like... Can I just keep going? Oh, shit. Okay. Sure, we'll just go down the line. I don't know any of these characters. Brad Burns.
The big time player is here.
Dude, you look like Travis Touchdown.
Ready, go! Knockout.
Might play him next. Just
Round two.
bro looks like Travis Touchdown.
Go! Knockout.
Wow. You're really good now, Yagami-san. Am I, though? Can't believe I lost to a guy who only just started training. Maybe I suck at fighting games. Bro. If you lost to me, yes, you do. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Sampamatsu? Sucking is just the excuse for weak people. Your lack of effort was to blame. Yoshiba, your strongest weapons aren't on screen. They're hard work and passion. You're right, Sampamatsu. Thanks. Like the shadow flickering in the background. Hello, everyone. It looks like you're having fun today. Bro, like...
Hmm?
You're the PTA chairwoman? The name is Sasimoto. I have business with the board chairman, and this room was on my way to see him. You're gonna put pressure on the chairman again, aren't you? To stomp on my club? Won't let you do it. We're gonna win the tournament, and everyone will see how important games are. Games? Important? Everyone? You're all such funny kids. Yo, you realize you're in a game, right? Oh, did she just drop in to get her daily quota of snarking? Does she really hate games? This is oppression. Let's just do our best to try not to lose to people like her. Hey! Of course, that's what we'll do. Yeah, I'm gonna go play as Travis Touchdown now. What's his name? Brad Burns?
I won't go easy on you.
It's showtime! Round one. Ready, go!
Hey, difficulty's starting to spike a little bit.
Knockout!
A little bit.
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout!
Who's next?
Pros and cons of getting drunk. Dude, you're pretty dang good, Yakubi-san. You too, Zomi-kun. Like, so, things like playing the Yakuza games, although I'm, like, still very much, like, just on attack button mashing, I guard periodically. Also, I don't, like, always go in. So, I'm a little better than just button mash, but I'm still basically a button masher. You too, Zomi-kun. That was a great match. I did beat you 2-0 though. But you did also knock out the most health. By the way, Toki-kun, since I beat all three of them, does that mean I can take on Samba Matsu-kun? Yes, he's got to agree now.
Nah.
Perfect. When can I play him? Oh, when I play him, can we sit at yours and not his? Sure, but why? The theory is that Samba Matsu wasn't using his own machine, that he cheated on his opponent's machine, right? So we should play our match on a machine that can't be tampered with. Then we could look into this supposed cheating. Okay. Sure, I understand. And just to be sure, the day we play our match, do you think you could exchange the machine at your desk for a new one? Yeah, you can do that. There's one that's not being used. I'll go to the club ahead of time to switch it out and stand watch. Hey, how about now? I think you defeated Usomi. Uosumi? And you'll play me as promised? Hey! Yes. I think I'll be able to get some decent practice out of playing you. Come on, sit next to me.
Yeah?
Now let's go to where Toki-kun usually sits. Toki's? Why? Is there a problem?
Yeah.
No, there's no problem. Sabumatsu is going to cheat. He'll do it when he's cornered. So I'm going to need some skills to push him close to losing. Big yikes. I'm gonna be exposed as the button masher I am. You know what? I'm gonna fucking play Travis Touchdown again. Yo, he's playing as Akira? Yo, you basic ass bitch. It's like someone playing Street Fighter and playing as Ryu.
Round one. Ready, go!
Uh-oh.
Knockout.
Ooh, I did block, but I think I was blocking high instead of low.
Round two. Ready, go!
God, the juggle.
Knockout.
I was blocking there again too. So blocking doesn't like get me away from it entirely.
This can't be it.
Game over.
Boo! I suck. I told you I'd be exposed. Just as good as I expected. Try again in 10 years. I'll play you in a rematch anytime. Push. Yeah, okay. Hey, a lot of this is just gonna be luck. And maybe character. We've already had this. I think I want somebody who's quicker. Because Akira's quick. If I do like the sumo guy who I first played, might be hard to do because he's gonna be slower. I think that's how. I think that's how fighting games work.
Ready, go!
I took the block away.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
Ow. There's a reason why I don't usually jump in games, in fighting games. I can do that too, bitch.
Knockout.
Let's go.
Round three. Ready, go!
Ow. I did the throw. Ow. Ow.
Knockout.
He does block actually very effectively.
Game over.
At least very effectively to me. Yeah, I lost. I get it. Like, there's no, like, XP that happens here. This is just literally raw experience. Fuck it. Travis touchdown again.
I won't go easy on you.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go!
Oh.
Knockout!
Who's next?
Look at that fucking cheesy ass grin. Yagami sound one? That was just a warm up. Yagami said, how about another match? The next one will be the real thing. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Samamatsu is going to cheat. It'll be right around now. I need to watch carefully to see if his character starts to behave strangely. You know what?
I won't go easy on you.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh! Oh! It's eating my inputs. I feel like, yeah. The game's eating my inputs. It's like I can't. Okay, let me back this up.
Ready, go!
Yeah, so that. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's frustrating.
Knockout!
Okay. Okay. Also, hey, why are the cheats now working?
Game over!
Yeah, anytime that there was the voice line was like me trying to do a move, like whether it be punch, kick, block, whatever. It was just eating my input. Yeah, we said, you're gonna get destroyed in seconds if you zone out during a match. That's strange. There were times where my inputs weren't working. No doubt about it. Sambamatsu's using cheats. There was never a chance for him to do anything to Toki-kun's Toki-kun's machine. So how's he doing it? Samamatsu-kun, could you stand still for a sec? Huh? What's up? Well, that smile you had when you won was so nice. I want to take a picture of it to remember the joy of youth. Do you have a good smile? Please go ahead and take a photograph of a future star. This is my chance. I need to look closely to find out the trick to his cheats. Took his machine, just to be sure. I even had him swap it for another machine. It was in rotation. It'd be difficult to install cheats on tools that were there. Even in the practice match the other day, they said they were using a machine brought by the opposing player. So how do you get the cheat tool on there? It's probably on his fight stick. Arcade stick. That's Matsu's. It's a standard controller that connects to the machine's USB port. That's how external storage devices connect to a machine, too. So, couldn't you have an illicit program on the controller? Say, Toki-kun, can you bring your own controller into practice matches and esports tournaments? Yeah. I don't think you can anymore. Like, I don't know if esports organizations allow for that. I think you have to use their... maybe they do. I don't know, because it is hard to... If you're doing something esports related and you're playing on unfamiliar equipment, it's going to be hard. Yes, in general, bringing the controller you're accustomed to is okay. It just has to be types allowed by the organizers. Take your controller to the match. That means maybe there's something set up on the controller. You could use the controller to connect to a machine without anyone the wiser. If you modify it a bit and have the memory slot read via the USB, then you might be able to transfer a program to the machine. Sounds like a good theory. Good fucking smile, idiot. Possibly sneakily inserted a USB memory stick during the match and installed the cheat tool? No. Toki-kun would have been watching. He's specifically checking for anything suspicious. Even during practice the other day, if there had been suspicious activity, the people around him would have noticed. He needed a way to put the cheat tools on the machine while no one around him noticed. Hey,
Nah.
Sabamatsu-kun, could I take a look at your controller? Huh? Why? Is this something you don't want me to see? That's someone I know who's got who's pretty good at programming. But they could do some pretty fun stuff with a fight stick. Now hand over the controller. What are you doing? I just remembered something.
Oi.
Is he trying to get rid of the evidence? I won't let him. Pizza time. Hell yeah. Wrong one. I guess I could have kicked that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Don't you dare keep running. Sorry, hold on. Rah. What are you? It's my martial arts, which I perfected in Virtual Fighter. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm gonna win. Samamatsu, you're 10 years too early. I guess we don't need that. Thought there was gonna be more to it. What was all that commotion? Oh, you caught Samamatsu, which means no way. President Samamatsu, why don't we tell everyone the details of your scheme?
Yeah.
Fine. You had the cheat tool on your controller. Set it up so that you could install it on the machine whenever you connected it via USB. Makes it so that no matter what machine you're on, you can cheat.
Yeah.
That's right. You employed the same method against the world-famous team in that practice match.
Yeah.
I did. So when you inserted the USB into the machine, the cheat files were automatically executed. Do I have that right? Yes. When you install it, you input a specific command that lets you nullify the opponent's controls just for just a few frames. And a few frames is a huge deal in fighting games. That costs the whole match. But to the players, it just feels off. Nullifying the inputs for a few frames would make the opponent feel it was just an error on their part. Nope, not for me. I knew exactly. Actually, initially, I think I was just like, what? And then, like, as it kept going, I was like, oh, I see what's going on. How'd you avoid the cheat detection software? Didn't the machines for the practice matches have that? Well, I kind of had some help. A mentor, I guess, even if he was evil. I knew it. So the professor came all the way up here. Use the website to communicate. Use the website to communicate with the professor. Wanted to win the tournament no matter what. So the professor provided you with an advanced cheat tool. Yeah. When I made a post on the site, he sent me a private message. The professor sometimes doesn't take any interest, but every so often he contacts students who submit written requests. I wonder why he took an interest in bad behavior like yours.
Yeah.
I don't know, really. But I think he probably had his sights set on the prize money from eSports tournaments. Yeah, that shit's expensive. It's usually a lot of cash, and famous overseas tournaments even offer 100 million yen. Sometimes it's 300 million, which is $3 million? Yeah, $1 million to $3 million. To 300 million? No way. That's absurd. You know, did all this on my own. Toki and the others didn't know about any of it. That I can believe.
Nah.
Why'd you resort to cheating, kid? Because I wanted to keep the eSports club alive. What do you mean? Ever since I started the club a year ago, not once have we been able to win anything. And since we spent so much money or so much time playing games, our school grades went down. PTA chairwoman was ready to use that against us. Rumor has it she's pressuring the administration to squash the club.
Yeah.
She is. But I thought if we won something and got talked about, we'd have everyone's respect, and the PTA chairwoman would spare us. So that explains all of it. There's nothing more to ask. That's this poor kid. Yagami-san, everyone, I'm very sorry. I take full responsibility. Take responsibility? Where are you going? I'm going to the chairman. I'm leaving the club. It's what I should do. Samamatsu Senpai, no! Otani, since I'm offering up my own head, could you hold off on putting this in your newspaper? Samamatsu. Is this happening because we're too damn weak? Huh? We're so weak, we couldn't win. And that let the PTA target us, which pushed our president to this. Indignity. Toki, that's how it is. I'm so ashamed for being so weak. Exactly. We're the ones at fault here, Samamatsu Senpai. So please don't quit. You're our president. Toki, Usami, you're not mad at me? You kidding? We're just gaming otaku. You were the one that gave us a place to belong. You taught us it's not embarrassing to be a gamer. That gamers can be athletes. Well, I mean, you could compete in sports. Doesn't necessarily make you an athlete. Yeah, thanks to you, everyone in the school looks at us differently now. It'd be wrong for you to take responsibility all alone. You guys are the best friends I could ask for. This is the best club ever.
Nah.
Otani, tell me the truth. You gonna run an article on them? No, I don't think so. Club melodrama doesn't move papers anyway. I see. I'll be seeing ya. Yagami-san, do you think you could persuade the chairman to let the esports club continue? I'm their advisor after all. I guess I'll give the members a hand. Is that all the esports stuff? I think it is. Great. So the chairman's willing to keep the club. Yeah. Since the cheating was only done in a practice match, he's going to overlook it this time. Even the PTA chairwoman begrudgingly accepted the decision, as long as they do better in tournaments within the next 6 months. Oh, then their skills are really going to be tested. Could be tough for the esports club. Yeah, but I think the whole thing really strengthened their friendship. The way they've been practicing, they're extremely motivated. So the chairman and the PTA have officially allowed games to be played at school? Maybe I'll join the esports club. Not you. The school and the PTA may allow it, but I do not. But why? Didn't this show you how great games can be for society at large? Don't make it bigger than it is. That's not my issue. How many times do I have to say it? You're well aware there's something you should be doing right now. But still, you are not allowed to play games for a good long while, Kento. Damn it. This is even tougher than the PTA. Oh shit. Yep. Fully completed. Would you look at that? I mean, that one was really fucking easy. And by when I say really fucking easy, I mean in terms of like what needed to be done. Doesn't mean that the fighting game was easy. So it doesn't show that I have anything. So I could probably try going to the robotics club. Because they're still open. And then there's the skaters, which is outside of the school. So I think what I'll do is after... Since I'm going to be ending the episode here. I knew I wanted to get done with that. And seeing how quickly everything was going up in progression, I was like, okay, I should be able to finish this. So I think in the next episode, I'll see what's up with the robotics club, see if there's a way to move forward with that. If there's not, I'll go check on the skaters. If there's nothing to move forward there, then story. But this is a Yakuza game. Why would I ever do story? But anyway, those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Blurry Phoenix, and game on.